Good evening, everyone. My name is Christina Samouhos.
And I'm Pacyline Rinehardt.
This past weekend, Marist welcomed thousands of students and their families to campus for Family Weekend 2025, held from October 3rd through 5th. This cherished annual tradition offers 3 days of celebration, connection, and Red Fox pride across the Poughkeepsie campus. The weekend kicked off Friday afternoon with a parent and family welcome reception at the Murray Student Center, a festive basketball barbecue at Longview Park, and a live music performance at the Nellie Galletti Theater. Saturday's events began with coffee and conversation with President Kevin Weinman, offering families a chance to engage directly with campus leadership. Educational sessions followed, including data diving with the Marist Poll, while the McCann parking lot hosted a lively food truck tailgate party. Families also enjoyed a carnival at the McCann Recreation Gym, featuring games and entertainment for all ages. The weekend wrapped up Sunday with a family farewell picnic at Longview Park, complete with music, food vendors, and scenic views of the Hudson River.
On Wednesday, October 1st, the federal government officially shut down and remains shut down after Congress failed to reach a funding agreement before Tuesday night's deadline. Thousands of federal employees have been furloughed, national parks and museums are closed, and several public services are running on limited staff. Without an agreement, mass layoffs for federal employees will likely begin in the coming weeks. Negotiations between lawmakers continued over the weekend, but so far no deal has been reached. The main sticking points remain federal spending levels and funding for border security. The White House says it hopes to see progress this week, but many workers are bracing for what could be a long shutdown.
I'm Kai with your latest science report. Recent research in Japan is bringing us answers to Earth's seemingly immortal microorganisms. These ancient survivors are presenting new clues about how life endured the constant changing conditions billions of years ago. About 2.3 billion years ago, Earth underwent a dramatic transformation in what's known now as the Great Oxygenation Event, a time when oxygen levels soared, reshaping the planet's chemistry and forcing early life forms to adapt or perish. A team of scientists turned to 5 iron-rich hot springs in Japan environments that mimic ancient ocean conditions to search for microbial life lurking in low-oxygen, iron-heavy habitats. Iron-oxidizing bacteria was found to be dominating 4 out of the 5 hot springs, thriving in near-ancestral conditions. Despite differences in geochemistry, our results show that in the presence of ferrous iron and limited oxygen, communities of microaerophilic iron oxidizers, oxygenic phototrophs, and anaerobes consistently coexist, said co-author Fatima Lee Howe. These microbes participate in cycles of carbon, nitrogen, and sulfur, just as life likely did in Earth's earliest ecosystems. Their persistence suggests that life may have survived Earth's great chemical upheavals by adapting new metabolic strategies rather than dying off completely. In related news, controlled experiments involving similar microbes and biophotons reveal that all living organisms may emit ultra-weak visible light, a glow so faint that it will dissipate with death. Scientists used highly sensitive cameras to track photon emissions from living mice, comparing readings before and after euthanasia. They saw a clear drop in photon count after death. This biophoton study suggests that living systems may carry an invisible signature of vitality, a glow we can't see with the naked eye, but that could someday tell us something about health, stress, or metabolic activity. That's all for your science report.
On November 14, 1998, members of the Tectonic Theater Project traveled to Laramie, Wyoming.
I wonder if this is how God feels when he looks down on us. How we are all his children. I felt a great deal of compassion.
The number of people marching for Matthew had grown.
We're calling it angel action.
That's not how it is here. Well, how is it here?
The 2025 Common Read Lecture brought powerful conversations on mental health to center stage. Held at the McCann Arena, the event featured authors Rocky Callan and Nora Shalloway Carpenter, co-editors of Absolutely Normal, short stories that smash mental health stereotypes. The anthology, selected a rigorous committee review, was chosen for its honest and hopeful portrayal of mental health challenges, a theme requested by students and faculty alike. Moderated by Dr. Patricia Tarantello, director of the first-year seminar, The lecture emphasized the importance of authentic representation in literature. Carlin and Carpenter shared that each contributing author had personal experience with the mental health conditions they wrote about, aiming to dismantle harmful stereotypes and offer readers a sense of belonging. Students responded with deep appreciation. Many found validation in the stories, recognizing their own experience reflected in the pages. One student remarked, "I didn't think other people felt this way too," highlighting the book's impact on fostering empathy and understanding. The authors also addressed the pressures of modern life, including the influence of social media and academic stress, noting these factors contribute to mental health struggles among young adults. Carpenter described today's world as one of multi-crisis, underscoring the urgency of mental health awareness. The Common Read event chooses to serve as a cornerstone of Marist's commitment to academic engagement and students' well-being, offering first-year experienced students a shared experience that sparks meaningful dialogue across campus.
President Donald Trump is facing backlash after comments he made at a White House press conference went viral. After listing out a team of doctors he consulted in, Trump stated that taking Tylenol is not good, claiming that it could be linked to the cases of autism. He also announced that the FDA would review acetaminophen labeling for potential pregnancy warnings. Medical experts quickly pushed back, saying there's no proven link between Tylenol and autism, and that the acetaminophen remains one of the safest pain relievers when used correctly during pregnancy.
Gene Barbieri here with your MCTV News Sports Report. The wait is over. October baseball is officially in full swing. 8 powerhouse teams remain in the hunt with only 2 facing the jaws of elimination. Firstly, it's the New York Yankees with their backs pinned against the wall, trailing 2-0 in series play to the Toronto Blue Jays. The Bronx Bombers have surrendered an astonishing 23 runs to the Jays in wake of Cam Schlittler's wild card heroics. Tomorrow night, they have their final chance to turn the tide in the Bronx before Toronto advances to the ALCS for the first time since 2016. On the other side of the bracket, the Phillies were toppled by the Dodgers despite a late 9th-inning push and home field advantage just minutes ago. The series returns to the City of Angels for a decisive Game 3 Wednesday night. Our primetime game of the night is on right now. It's Chicago versus the Brew Crew. Craig Counsell's Cubs jumped out to an early 3-0 lead in the first inning in a heated division rivalry playoff. If the divisional series of the MLB aren't high enough stakes, you'll be excited to hear that the WNBA Finals are upon us. Aja Wilson and the Las Vegas Aces lead the Phoenix Mercury 2-0 in a best-of-7 series. Wilson's postseason performance has been nothing short of dominant, leading her squad in average points per game, rebounds, steals, and blocks. It's not just her producing for Vegas, though. Jackie Young's 21-point record-setting third quarter propelled the team to a commanding Game 2 victory. The Mercury hopes to rebound at home in Game 3 of the Desert City Duel. If you think that the Mercury and the Yankees have it rough being down 2-0, then you've probably already moved on from your 1-4 fantasy team. Another unpredictable week in the NFL has come to its bittersweet conclusion. It took 5 weeks, but the Eagles and Bills both lost in upset fashion to the Broncos and Patriots this week, meaning that there are officially 0 undefeated teams left in the 2025 season. The Ravens have entered panic mode after dropping an embarrassing home game to the 2-3 Houston Texans. The Colts continue to obliterate everything standing in their way. This week, it was the Las Vegas Raiders who fell victim to a 40-6 Indiana beatdown. Off the gridiron, there was breaking news. Former Jets quarterback and broadcaster Mark Sanchez was detained and arrested on battery charges. As of right now, going back onto the gridiron, the Chiefs lead the Jaguars going into halftime. Let's jump on over to Route 9 because we're headed back to Poughkeepsie. It was Parents Weekend in the 845 where the football team took on San Diego, the #1 ranked team in the PFL preseason poll. The offense put on a clinic for the 4,000-plus fans at Tenney. Sonny Menino threw 292 yards, rushed for a touchdown, and threw 2 touchdowns to Lance Martinez, who tallied 106 yards of his own en route to a career day and a 19-14 Red Fox victory. Nate Furrow's 3 sacks and 8 total tackles netted himself a PFL Defensive Player of the Week award, and Jeremy Caro finished with 140 all-purpose yards when the dust had settled, earning a PFL Special Teams Player of the Week award. They next face off against UPenn on the road. For all things Marist athletics, follow Center Field. For Marist highlights and commentary, follow the Red Fox Report. And for Gene Barbieri, this has been your MCTV News Sports Report. Let's send it back to the desk.
In celebration of unity and student creativity, Marist University's student-run retail boutique Emporium has officially unveiled its fall 2025 theme, Homecoming, Better Together. The announcement was made at Steel Plant retail location, marking the start of a new semester filled with collaboration, comfort, and campus connection. The theme, developed by students in the fashion merchandising program, aims to highlight the everyday moments that foster community, whether it's coffee runs, lounging on the campus green, or simply spending time with friends. Students Gabrielle Lloyd and Tyler Hamblin, both class of 2026, led the creative direction, emphasizing the importance of inclusivity and shared experiences. Emporium is more than a store. It's a hands-on learning lab where students from various disciplines earn academic credit while gaining real-world experience in retail operations, marketing, and customer engagement. Last year, the boutique saw a 72% increase in store sales and 196% surge online, earning national recognition with a second-place finish in the Windows Wear Student Awards for Interior Design. Led by Fashion Department Chair Rebecca Brown, the Retail Entrepreneurship course continues to be a cornerstone of Marist's experimental learning model. Students describe Emporium as a transformative part of their college journey, blending professional development with personal growth. Emporium is open 6 days a week at the Steel Plant and operates online 24/7, offering the Marist community a space to shop, connect, and celebrate the spirit of togetherness.
And finally, despite the government shutdown, the Navy still celebrated their 250th anniversary this past Sunday. President Trump stopped in at the Norfolk, Virginia Naval Station and delivered a speech to the sailors. Many are saying that the event turned into a rally after President Trump said, quote, "Let's face it, this is a rally." After speculation of whether or not the military will be getting paid during the government shutdown, the president was able to calm the nerves of many military personnel after saying, "We will get our service members every last penny. Don't worry about it."
Hey girl, hey. Welcome back to What's the Tea in Entertainment with me, your host, Slathan DiNome. Starting off with the juiciest news, our Queen Taylor released her new album, Life of a Showgirl. Even though it received a perfect 100 from Rolling Stone magazine, fans are not gagging over this release. Several Twitter users have claimed she is trying to reheat Sabrina Carpenter's Nachos with her raunchy song Wood, and that her other song, Cancelled, is giving Pick Me. Fans of Charlie XCX are also upset at the shade Taylor threw at her in the track Actually Romantic. But despite all this, the album is still dominating the charts, debuting at #1 and expected to break the record for most week 1 sales for an album in the US, passing Adele's 25. Will the Swifties continue their reign, or will Tay-Tay finally get sent to the Kia Asylum? Only time will tell. Uh-oh, Diddy alert. Following the highly public trial earlier this year, the sentencing for the rapper and producer has been announced. He has only received 4 years of jail time for prostitution-related crimes, leaving many people surprised and disappointed at the light punishment. For a guy whose name became synonym for sex pest, that's a super short sentence. Now, speaking of sex pests, comedian Louis C.K., most known for sexually harassing his employees, recently headlined the Riyadh Comedy Festival in Saudi Arabia. He was joined by Dave Chappelle, Pete Davidson, Kevin Hart, Bill Burr, and others. These comedians received criticism for performing in a country with poor civil rights and a lack of free speech. It's like, damn girl, was the paycheck really that good? It's giving brokies. Finally, I hope heartbreak really does feel good in a place like AMC, because Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban are divorcing. Not much is known about the cause for the split, but rumors have been swirling after Urban changed a lyric in one of his songs that was about Kidman to be about his 25-year-old guitarist. All I can say is men are trash. Also, the 6'7" kid is making a cryptocurrency. We all gotta die. That's it for entertainment tonight. I've been your host, Slathan DiNome, and now say it with me. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Chicken jockey. Back to the desk.
That's all we have for tonight. I'm Christina Samouhos.
And I'm Pacyline Rinehardt.
And this is MCTV News.